The weekend. I made it through the weekend.
I feel
You
good
made it
today.
through the weekend? I made it through the weekend. That's why I brought.
I definitely made it
Remember
to the
last week we
weekend.
had made it through the 2023, and I was like, we should have celebrated, but I ended up bringing the rest of the liquor.
It's a celebration.
Yeah, today is a celebration because I made it through the weekend. The weather, the weekend, and the weather.
The weather, the fake. What we got? What we had?
Well,
Hey, look, we got a picture. That's dope. Hey,
Well, you know
that's
what they
dope.
said? They said they had said
The fake
they, the
snow.
ominous they,
Hmm.
had said that Philly was not going to get much snow. Philly was going to get rain, and
We got that
we got
mixture
rain.
shit. We got that mixture. They was accurate. I
Let
be
me tell
looking.
you, because I posted my one little snowflake that landed on my coat, so I know that it did rain.
Yeah, it
Like
did
I do
rain.
know. I mean, I knew that it did snow,
It
but
snowed.
literally it was like not even a coating. At least, and I work at the
No,
airport.
it
And
wasn't.
it's always colder down there. It wasn't even no.
We got that. We got that snow at first. Then we got that rain. Then we got that slushy shit. That slushy shit was out there though.
See,
It was out there.
I literally
Listen, you missed that part.
I missed everything because I was
Yeah.
at PHL running back and
Yeah.
forth from gate to gate and looking
All
people
right.
dead in the face and apologizing for them not being able to get on the aircraft and them being upset that they can't take a plane full of people into the snow because it's just raining in Philly. And I'm trying to explain because you're trying to go to Watertown, New York. That Watertown only has a 200 meter cloud ceiling and the pilots cannot see the runway. So that's why the aircraft can't fly to Watertown. That's why, I apologize that you're just coming back to Philadelphia
Oh wow.
from Syracuse because the aircraft got diverted on its way to Watertown. Now you're stuck in Philadelphia again when you should have just got off in Syracuse because it's right there compared to Watertown. And I got to look you in your face and tell you ain't no more flights out until
Damn,
Monday.
And they stuck at the airport.
Yeah, because one
they
thing,
stuck.
airports don't pay. What up, chef? I thought you was coming through. Or maybe you
Yeah,
just hit me
chef,
so
why
you
you
can
ain't come through?
tune in.
Well, that's-
See, but the airport, if it's the airline's problem, then yes, they'll give you a hotel, they give you some
Mhm.
food. Oh, there you go. So if it's the
Hey,
airline's
yeah,
problem,
chef. Yeah.
they give you a hotel and food. If it's natural causes, like God was just wilding out and
Yeah.
it rained the way it did, and you thought you was going to see Moses, the Ark, and animals in twos, yeah, you got to stay at the hotel or you got to pay for your own shit.
That just makes sense.
That's just how it is. So
I mean,
people
that-
don't understand that, or maybe they do, they don't care. To the point that I had to explain to this one woman who insisted on, like, it should be fine. Like, I'm like, you don't know the reason why we take bags before people is because if you end up missing your flight, but your bag made it,
Listen,
your bag weighs less than you anyway, and nobody's gonna go dig through a cargo bin full of fucking bags just to get your bag. So that's why bags before people. That's one of the reasons why. I was like, but on top of that, I said, "Are you familiar with R&B?" Because she was not like me. She was a white lady. You familiar with demanding that she get some compensation or a train ticket or something because she had to get to wherever the fuck she had to get to?
Yeah.
I said, "Are you familiar with R&B?
Uh-huh.
You know the singer Aaliyah?" I said, she took a small aircraft because I
did
worked
you-
for Piedmont. We had the
did you
smaller
get-
aircrafts on the American
What's-
fleet. I said, Aaliyah and her crew took a small aircraft to
That's
the
hard.
islands, and they were driving. They were flying in not so great weather, and they had lots of bags because they were on a video shoot. So they had cameras, equipment, and clothes and shoes, and
That's a
lots
hell
of bags.
comparison.
And
You just get that lady.
and Aaliyah been gone for like 30 fucking years, I feel like. So, like, what are you talking about, lady? Why do you want to even risk your life by getting on an aircraft?
This that lady you was talking about with that scenario you was telling me in the car. The what was that? The husband and wife.
No,
thing,
that was a whole nother. That was
That
last
was-
night. Fucking burned me out. So what happens in case you're ever wondering why the airline says you don't have a seat on a flight, or why you had a seat when you bought your ticket or when you left to go to the airport, you get to the gate and you're like, "What do you mean I don't have a seat? I have a boarding pass. It says such and such seat." If there's a reason why the airline has to change their cargo load, the way they do it a lot of times is computer automation, and the way the computer decides who comes off, because they can change the weight restriction. If the weather's too bad, instead of canceling a whole flight, they're gonna say, "You know what, we still gonna go there, but instead of taking 50 people, we're gonna take 47."
Yeah.
And if we have children, okay, so one child is the weight of 3 bags. So
Yeah.
if we have children on the plane,
They seen this
then we
scenario
can
in the
take
movies
maybe
before.
one more person, or we have 2 kids, we can take one more person
Makes
and their
sense.
bag. Okay.
Makes sense.
So what happens is the computer will automatically start removing people from the flight when they realize it's going to be oversold or weight restricted.
Okay.
And they do it based on whether or not you purchased your seat when you bought your ticket.
Yeah.
And when you checked in for your flight.
Yeah.
I tell anybody, check in for your flight 24 hours exactly before, because that puts you at the highest priority for everything. Hey, Mom, that puts you at the highest priority for everything. 24 hours, because you can't check in before 24 hours. A lot of people like to wait till they get to the airport, then they wonder why they bought this ticket way back in August when them and their girlfriends was planning on going on a trip, but they didn't pick a seat because they was too cheap, because the ticket was only $129 and the seat was another $49. And why I'm gonna pay $49 for a guarantee
so you saying
seat when I know that when I get there I'm gonna get a seat anyway?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that
because you're paying to guarantee that when we have to take somebody off the plane, you're not that person.
Yeah. So sometimes it pay to fucking guarantee your seat.
Right. So the computer randomly takes people off, and sometimes if you're all on the same reservation, it'll take one person off the fucking reservation, and it takes one person from each class of service.
True.
So sometimes you may have had a first class ticket, and you was flying with your husband and your 2 kids.
Yeah.
And now your husband and one of your kids got a seat, but you and your other child don't. It's like, how'd that happen? Random generation. And y'all checked in when y'all got to the airport instead of the day before.
Yeah.
So another couple who was in the same situation, they got to all stay because they checked in. Their flight was at 10 a.m. They checked in 10 a.m. the day before.
That just makes sense.
So this I will say, shout out to our pilots who really do the damn thing. They really try to accommodate everybody.
All the Denzel pilots.
So the pilot said, my restrictions are down to 49, which means just one less person and 49 bags. He was like, so we should be good. I'm going to try to take everybody if I can.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that would be great, Captain. However, 49 bags and we have 46 bags checked already. He said,
okay.
Whoa. Like, okay.
So you had the capacity now for weight.
I'm already at the capacity of weight for bags because the 49 people can get on the plane. They got a bag with them, at least a backpack. Some of them got a bag that has to go under the cargo also. So he was like, wow. So now he running the numbers. And I just learned at this big age that.
What you learned?
That airline pilots have to be kind of smart. Not just like they have to be able to see well. They have to be smart. Like they do math.
Oh, wait a minute! Before you even finish this, what are we celebrating here?
We're celebrating this is top of the year.
This is over. All right, top of the year.
It's not over the top. It's me trying not to be so much a fucking drunk because that tequila be kicking my ass. But I love me some good tequila. So the captain was like, as he's furrowing his brow, I'm like, I'm already 5 minutes past because they were coming in from a delayed flight. So I was like, listen, I'm going to just board up to 47. You figure it out. So he's like, all right. So by the time I got 47 people on the plane, we had 53 bags.
Okay.
One is heavy. And then one said escort. We didn't even know what that meant. What the fuck is an escort bag? I don't know, but it was on the plane. So the captain was really trying. And I had somebody trying to jump seat. And a jump seater is a person who's a pilot.
Jump seat.
They're also a pilot.
Okay.
Either on our airline or another airline.
And he trying to get
and there's no seats on the main cabin, but you can ride in the cockpit with the pilot.
Oh,
if the captain allows you to do so. And the captain was like, yeah, I'm trying to take everybody so we can take the jump seater. So now when he runs the numbers, he can't even take the jump seater. So the jump seater goes running down to another gate where there's another flight going closer to where he was trying to go to. And then, so the husband, it's his turn to board. I'm not leaving my wife. I said, okay, so you're not leaving your wife? He said, no, I'm not leaving my wife. So I unsat him. So now I go to my list because now you don't want to go. Next on the list, his fucking wife. His fucking wife.
Yeah, that's she.
So next. I look at her, ma'am, do you want to go? I'm not leaving my husband. Listen, like time is ticking. I don't have time to argue with y'all. I take it off. Next person on the list, so-and-so. Yeah, I'm going to go. Put him on the plane. Get down there, print the paperwork, close the flight, talking to the captain. He was like, Captain said, now my manager, Captain says I can take one more person in one bag or 2 people in no bag. Okay. I'm like, all right, fine. So I run back out. The couple has 2 bags.
So they got bags. They 2 people with bags.
Right. So y'all can go, but y'all can't go. Yeah. You can't leave your bags here with nobody.
Or you can leave your wife.
Or you can leave your husband.
Or you can leave your husband.
So I just called the next person. He runs down there. He gets up. Now my manager told me, don't put this person on the plane. She told me don't do it. I get down there without the person. The captain said, you can put in your notes that the captain said he's trying to take everybody. And he told you, he authorized you to open the flight because I have to. That is my boss for
the captain
at the time.
told
The captain
you.
for his flight. I run my gate. He runs the flight.
There you go.
So I let the person know it. So now afterwards, the couple, and they're a little older. They're like in their 70s. I'm trying to explain to them why they missed the flight when they saw 2 extra people get on. I'm like, because at the time that I asked, you said no. So that let another person get on. Then the captain said, oh, wait, I can take another person. Y'all already gave up y'all seat.
But then they had the bags though. So that part of it they missing too. You said 2 people without bags
or one person,
one person with the bag.
On didn't have a bag.
So the couple had a bag. Y'all was 2 people with bags. So it made y'all couldn't go no matter what the case may have been.
My manager was getting frustrated.
You couldn't have went.
Right. But when I explained it, they kind of understood it, and then I let her deal with the rest of that because
that shit is weird.
I had a headache.
That shit way weird. Yo,
it's
like,
a lot.
Come on. How can you get mad at some people? Get mad at the darnest fuck at the fuck. That shit's crazy.
I mean, my best friend, her mother was a flight attendant for years.
That just makes sense.
And she retired, right? My best friend had a situation with her bag. And she got mad about it, and she went on Twitter ranting, blah blah blah.
This is wild.
Wait, you know what happened?
What?
Twitter went in her DM and hit her back and said, "Hey, you're a non-rev. You fly for free. How dare you?
Wow.
Talk shit about us on Twitter. Yeah, you can't fly for the next 6 months."
Wow. See?
So I had to put her on my benefit, and she had to pay a small fee just to travel.
See, look at you. You come looking out again, huh?
Because
you can't
like people be like, "Oh, can I get a buddy pass? Can I get a buddy pass?" And I spent all my time explaining.
That's that feeling shit, that entitlement shit.
But it's not even that. I have to explain to people.
If something makes sense, you gotta ride with it though. Like if that's the rules, like how do you? That one right there, you told me that one. That just makes sense, man. How you gonna try to?
It's safety first. Literally in the airline industry, no matter where you work.
That makes sense.
No matter what airline, the number one rule is safety first.
Yeah, because the liability
just
case is crazy.
Just because you want to get home.
Yeah, that don't make sense, man.
We're not going to kill 59 other people.
Come on, meatball. Let's go. Celebrations, Cat Williams, too.
Take a shot. A shot of champagne. So that was my weekend, consisted of working. Because it rained all weekend, so I was working. I mean, working.
Hey.
Day and night. Like then
they got a song about that working. That's the Jackson, Michael Jackson. Shout out to Michael Jackson.
Day and night, because on weekends,
my man.
Like I work Tuesday through Saturday. And as of late, I've been picking up Sunday to make extra money. And when I pick up, I'll pick up a 7 to 11, a 12 to 4, and a 5 to 10. And then on Saturday, I already work 1 to 9:30, so I'll pick up a 7 to 11. So I'm at work all day.
And he was killing shit all weekend.
I was, getting killed. Like the largest aircraft in Terminal F is a 900, and it's a 76 passenger total. So the first class cabin, I think, has 12 seats or 11 seats, and then the rest is in the back. It's like 64 or whatever. I don't know. All I know is all flights were delayed. Every time one of my planes came in, it was one of them. Yeah. Got to get all 70-something people off, get another 70-something people on. You got 15 minutes to do it. You got to put all the stuff in the computer. You got to be mindful that if somebody has a wheelchair and they need assistance down, that they need time, because everything is a time thing. You got people coming up asking dumb questions. So I got it down to a science. Like I make announcements that we're not even required to make just because I want what
you be like,
mic check 1 2, because I be wanting you to hear me, know what the fuck I'm saying, and understand why I'm looking at you sideways and rolling my eyes when you come up and ask me the question that I literally just said on the microphone to keep you from coming up to ask me questions, because I'm under pressure and I got a lot of shit to do in the few moments that I have before I have to load y'all motherfuckers onto the plane. So, you know how you can take a carry-on bag on the aircraft?
Sure. I've done it.
You can do it. Yeah. Except when you fly out of Terminal F in Philadelphia, because that is American's regional flights, and we have the smaller aircrafts of the fleet. So our Embraer 145,
never knew that.
The overhead space is this big. So if you have a carry-on bag, you do what we call is valet check it. You leave it at the gate.
Right there,
right
at the
there,
side joint.
Right there inside of the jet bridge, and then when you get off in whatever city you come in, you come outside, you wait for the gate agent to get the bags. You get the bags in the gate.
Yeah,
no sense. Problem. They have to fit in the bag size, or they have to be true carry-on bags.
Okay.
Now I've done this, so I know a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
You overstuff your carry-on bag, so you don't gotta pay that $75. I'm at the airport bag fee. And so now when you overstuff your carry-on, it no longer fits in the size. And it's heavy as shit.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And it really should have been checked.
Rolled up all them fucking T-shirts in that
It really should have been checked. So you know how them people be telling you got to check your bag at the gate and you be getting mad with them? I'm that bitch now. Like,
so you sit there and be like, yo, you gotta check that bag, and motherfucker, like, but I'm saying no.
What I say is,
but I'm saying
I let people. I don't even. When you start holding me up, step to the side, please, so I can handle the next passenger.
But I feel like I should be able to put my bag
to the
right
side,
here.
Please, while
it's
I feel
only
like
this big though.
So what happens is we give out the valet tags. People take them because we give you the tag. You take it in the jet bridge. Usually somebody from the ramp is there to take the bag from you. If they're not, you leave it in a line. Everybody leave their bags. Without fail, on almost every flight that I do a day.
Come on.
When I get to the aircraft, once I close the flight to hand off the paperwork to verify who's on the plane, there's always another bag there. Because somebody tried to take their bag on the plane thinking the flight attendant wasn't going to tell them the same thing that I just told them in the boarding area. Because what I just explained to you is our aircrafts are very small. The Embraer 145, which most of our flights go out of, overhead space is this big.
So that's what you told him. That's what you would tell that person, just like that, right?
So in our announcements, we make an announcement about the valet bag, how you get a tag. You should write your name and number on the back of the tag, or I tell them rip off the bottom hat because this is the new shit. Do you have a pen? Can I use your pen?
Wow.
Not after I just watch you digging your nose, sitting there waiting for the plane. No, I told people cold flu season, you cannot use my pen. But what you can do is tear the bottom half off, and you have the little numbers right here to check your bag. They be looking at me like I'm crazy. They reach for my pen. I popped the shit out of this man one day. He reached over. First of all, why is you reaching over my workspace? And why? What are you reaching?
You popped his hand.
Reach like you're reaching for something. Excuse me, sir. What you doing? Wow. Just like that. That shit was
you
loud.
You popped something strange in your hand like that.
You're reaching towards me. Why are you reaching towards me?
That was.
I don't know what you're reaching for. Back it up.
That was crazy. You took a chance.
Listen,
because his reflex, he could have been a goddamn karate master.
You know me, I take a chance every day.
I see. Goddamn it, you took a chance.
So yeah, like I'm the mean lady that will tell you when you got your coat over the handle, so you can't see the size of the bag, and you got your other bag on top. I'm the one that makes the announcement 20 to 10 minutes before I have to board. If you're in the boarding area, I'm going to come around with tags. I have to tag the bag because I have to ask you these dangerous goods questions to make sure none of that's in your bag.
So
when people ask, I do. Sometimes because I'm supposed to size all their bags. I'm supposed to tell them to come to the podium, put it in the
that's what they usually do.
That takes a lot of time. It depends on how much time I have. If I have time, I make them do that. And then the other day, just yesterday, I did that. People came up, they tagged their bags. I walked around, tagged their bags. A lot of people in my boarding area, because there's other flights going out, they tell me they're not on my flight. They get up to come board my plane. Jacket over it. I'm like, excuse me, can you put your bag to the side? Just step to the side, please. I'm scanning other people. Bag don't fit. I have to check your bag all the way through. Then that's when you hear, but I took it on my last flight. Your last flight was from London to Philadelphia. That aircraft is huge. The overhead space is huge. I'm saying this is a carry-on. I always fly with this. Nobody's ever said anything. I said, well, guess what? Here at PHL, see something, say something.
So that's when they say, man, this bitch don't know what she talking about. Walk by you to get to the flight, right? And then they meet up with
get all the way on the plane to their seat.
Motherfucking jaw.
Take off their coat, put it in their seat, pull the thing down to be like, and that's when the flight attendant says, excuse me, ma'am. Did the agent give you a gate check? And you say either no or yes, but I thought.
Yeah.
Say yes, but I thought, depending on which flight attendant you get.
I think she gave me
because we got some flight attendants that's serious business. They based out of Philly. They don't play that shit. They don't like when people try to play you for stupid. And we got some flight attendants that'll come back, send the rant back, like, get this person a tag. She didn't give. The flight attendant said you didn't give a person a tag. And that's when me, because I got to go to the aircraft at some point when I get on there. Who said I didn't get him a tag? Because one thing's for certain, two things for sure. I told everybody in my overhead announcements. I even said, because I'm so tired of it, I even say stuff like, if your bag is larger than a regular carry-on, if it is overstuffed, if it does not fit in my size or wheels flat to the bottom, nothing hanging over, your bag also will be checked to baggage claim, free of charge. Because a lot of people don't want to check their bag because it costs money. But by the time you get to the gate, because we're on a time limit, it's free. So that's a travel hack. Because we're going to check it for free to maximize your connection time, especially if the airline, the flights are on delay. But once we get to the gate, if it's heavy, we're going to check it for free because you're wasting our time and you probably knew that already. So yeah, I had a lot of white tag bags, and the ramp thanks me for it because that's heavy on them. They got to keep moving them bags. But people be looking at me like she knew she could have. No, ma'am, I couldn't. My manager over there looking at me trying to make sure I size everybody's bag. Your bag is big. So that was my weekend.
That's your whole. That's stressful.
That was my weekend.
That seemed like
killing
stressful
dreams,
dealing with people.
Killing dreams,
Somewhat.
telling people, looking for volunteers. That's another thing we have to do.
That's
when
crazy.
the flight's oversold. Good afternoon, folks. If you have flexible travel plans to Harrisburg, of all places, y'all, why the fuck are y'all flying in and out of Harrisburg when it take 2 hours to get there? I do know why.
Cause Greyhound John don't run no more. They
they
closed
do.
it down there, John. They ain't want to wait on Spring Garden for no fucking
Maybe,
bus.
but what it is
They
is
stand out there and get mud.
again. We do the regional
And then-
flights. So if you live in Columbia, South Carolina, and you want to go to Harrisburg, there's no direct flight to Harrisburg from Columbia. You have to go through
You gotta come to Philadelphia International
because we service that region.
Oh.
So that's why. And people be so bent out of shape.
And you can catch a flight from Philadelphia International to Harrisburg, right?
Yes, Terminal
Oh,
F,
wow.
where I work, where I shoot down dreams every day because Harrisburg flight is always oversold. Always
What's that, like
oversold.
fucking 20 minutes? 40 minutes?
Wheels up to wheels down, 20 minutes, I think. 15 minutes, the captain says.
Well, I did fly to, what you
15
call it?
minutes.
Listen, I flew from, that's like flying from LA to San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
That was like 40 minutes or some shit like that.
40
It was
minutes,
like 40
wheels
minutes.
up the wheels down. All the
Yeah.
all the other hour time is
Yeah.
fucking getting through security and waiting for me to announce
was
your
a-
boarding group to get through the door, waiting for y'all to sit down and put the seatbelt on.
Shit, that was the surprise of my life. San Fran, cold as a motherfucker. Have you ever been to San Francisco?
Yeah, it's not
It's-
Southern California. It's
Hey,
northern-
listen, it's
Northern
cold as
California.
shit. I got the surprise
Cold
of
and
my
rainy.
life.
Cold
Oh
and
man,
rainy.
oh my God. In the hills over there, man, that shit like fucking riding on a roller coaster every goddamn day.
Trolley cars.
I don't even know how they do it over there.
That's what it
That
is.
shit isn't.
You have to park with your parking brake on.
Absolutely. It's crazy. It's crazy. San
You know
Fran
what
is
else we
crazy.
celebrating?
What we celebrating?
Cat Williams.
Look,
Cat Williams and that fire ass Club Shay interview that got people all in their feelings.
Cat got the first quarter of the year with this shit.
Yeah, listen. He
got
said January
the first-
is my month.
He got the first quarter of the fucking year with it. He run into fucking March with this shit or something. This shit gonna be
Before
running
we get into the actual interview,
till March.
I just want to say I'm a little shocked and surprised at the amount of people who are really in their feelings about what he said about their favorite celebrities. And then,
feelings about other people.
because they like,
What the fuck is
man,
wrong with y'all? Y'all not related to these fucking
Cat
people.
Williams this and he ain't as funny as so-and-so. Like, Kevin Hart is from Philly. You know how Philly feel about Philly.
That's true. I ride with y'all with that one.
You know how Philly feel about Philly.
We fuck with Philly.
Yeah, people was like
We fuck with
really
Philly.
in their feelings, like, oh, he shouldn't have said that, and Ludacris clapped back. I listened to it. What Luda did,
I like that. That shit was smooth.
prove that he still had bars.
That shit was smooth.
One thing Luda did not
That shit was smooth.
clap back because he didn't say the nigga told a lie. The nigga just
no, he just said I earned every check that
I
I
earned
got
my
from
shit. He didn't
whatchamacallit.
say what Cat
And he said I
wasn't
got my
true.
sideburns and shit. He said my signature.
You know?
But he probably had to cut the sideburns
Nobody
for the
clapped
fucking
back.
roll,
They
though.
called him bitter. They called him
Yeah.
angry. And then Cube. Yes, Mom, I know. Ludacris is my mom's favorite rapper.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think what he say about Ludacris. That was what he said. Ludacris.
That he got a phone call from the Illuminati, which I think people took very literal.
Yeah,
They took it very literal, as if like somebody called him up and him and Ludacris and invited them to a party and said, "Okay, y'all one of the next ones to get into the Illuminati, but here's what you have to do." And Cat said, "Nah." So what people fail to understand is, or realize during the interview is, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
So his interview is going to be funny. So yes, he told some truth.
Yeah.
He just embellished on a lot of it to make it
That
funny.
basketball shit, he embellished like a motherfucker. Hey, Cat, you need to cut it the fuck out, man. You ain't no goddamn athlete like that. You
Well,
about
he's
5'5", man. I like you though, Cat.
5'5",
Cat,
5'4", like, you know.
And he said he ran
And
a
he-
fucking
and-
4'4".
and
Man,
he's
get the fuck out.
But he runs fast.
Yeah,
And he's a pothead and a cigarette smoker and a drinker. So
hey, if that nigga run
And
a 4'4",
he's-
Cat, I challenge you to a
and
fucking
he's
race.
in his like 50s by now, right? So late 40s,
Yeah.
50s. So he's definitely not what he could have been. But people,
but goddamn, man.
Like people are like, he ain't reading no 3,000 books in a year.
Listen, you just said he embellished. I just said, Cat, you embellished. That's
for sure.
He embellished. You know what I'm saying? But
he ain't read 3,000 books in a year. And I was like,
oh man, that was
how many listen, how many people signed their kids reading log that they read 1,000, 1,500?
Shannon wanted to call him out on that shit, but Shannon couldn't. Shannon said, "Come on now, Cat."
And I don't think he read 300. I don't think he read 3,000 books in a year. I don't think so. But
he said he did this shit for consecutive years. It ain't just 1 year.
I know.
He said he did this between 8 and 12.
Right, and you know, 3,000. Yeah, unless he was reading all like Dr. Seuss books.
No,
where you can read 10 a day.
And here's where he said nonfiction.
Well, Dr. Seuss is nonfiction. Oh no.
Yeah.
He was not reading. Oh wait, he was reading those little paperback autobiographies you buy for the kids.
Had to. The
little 12 pages.
Yeah, I was about to say 10-page books with the letters that was like.
So yes, embellished.
Cat,
for sure.
My man,
you read a lot of books, not 3,000. 3,000 between.
Yeah, I'm going to say he ran the 4.47.
On the gram, he did.
Hey man, listen, hey, bruh. That basketball court wasn't no 40 yards, man. And did you see? Ain't no way Cat belly.
How about I really don't care?
But listen, me neither. I'm just talking to Chef now because he said that. But I like that he lit shit up though.
For sure,
he lit shit the fuck up.
For sure, and he's on tour as always, and he sells out as always.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like in Atlantic City or some shit.
I don't know. I try. He's very smart. He is a member of Mensa since he was a child. But I think people missed the mark forgetting that he was a comedian. So Ice Cube put out his statements, and Ice Cube said, Cat was 100 on a lot of things he said. He didn't say Cat lied about the other stuff. He just said he was 100, and then he's kind of said that he exaggerated some stuff, and he clarified what he meant by the things he said. So I thought it was a very good interview. It was definitely entertaining for it to be on. I don't watch. It's hard for me to watch a 3-hour movie.
You watched that shit? Straight through?
What? Twice.
I watched that shit straight through.
Twice.
I was like, oh man, Cat, you wild.
The second time I was working, so I had it right here on the podium, and I had it in my ear, and I'm boarding the plane, so I wasn't really paying attention the second time.
Yak. Well, they had that yak.
You had that yak?
Yeah, I want that yak. They had that yak.
They drink that good yak. I can't.
Cat was sipping over there. Cat was over there rubbing his knees and everything.
He was like, I've been waiting to tell my truth.
But it ain't. Listen, I can't forget that 12-year-old beat the shit out of Cat though. I can't never forget that. I want Cat to tell me what the fuck happened. What really happened, Cat?
But I don't remember. But when it happened, he addressed it then. So
he gotta remind me of that.
So I feel like that's why he wasn't going to address it now.
Because if you tell me you never did no drugs, I need to know why was you fighting a goddamn little boy?
Because he probably somebody laced his shit.
Yeah, that's it.
Or he was drunk.
Hey, and listen, I have no problem with that.
Or because he's the same height as the boy.
Listen, you got to explain it to me. Explain it to me, bro.
Was disrespectful.
That's maybe, but that still ain't no reason for you to fight no little boy.
I don't know, because the little girl on the bus tried me one day, and I told her I will beat you and your fucking mother. What? Her and her mom. Go get her. I told her, you and your mother.
Females can do that, and females can get away with that. I don't know why. Why females can get away with doing that shit?
If she want to fight me and you being disrespectful, she need her ass whooped, because she ain't had my mother, which means she ain't never got her ass whooped. Yeah, I told her, you and your mom.
Damn, that's wild. You said that shit.
Told the little girl.
Oh, you was ready.
Because she was like, I'm about to call my mom. I fucking pulled out my phone, used my jack, so she can hit me back if she got a problem. Call her.
You was ready for war.
What? I don't play with these fucking kids. I don't play with these kids.
Like Cat,
but Cat Williams play all day. Like he was playing when he talked about how Jonathan Majors was ugly.
That's your homie,
and
Jonathan
only the
Majors,
white
yo.
First of all,
that's your homie, Jonathan Majors, yo. You fucks with Jonathan Majors.
I need Jonathan Majors to understand that there are lots of great black women, not just great black women married and partnered with great black men that represent strength, dignity, courage, and what it means to be a woman that holds you down. That's not Coretta Scott King. They leaked the audio tape of him telling his woman that he needed her to be more like that, which the fucking audacity and the irony that you want a white woman to be the very representation of a strong black woman. I was confused by him even asking her to be that.
That's what he said.
You ain't hear the tape.
No, I ain't hear the tape.
But
goddamn.
He was like, I'm trying to do great things for my family and my culture. I need you to be more like a Coretta Scott King, like a Michelle Obama. And I'm like, name a white bitch, please, because how is this white woman going to be my Coretta Scott King? Like, what the
Why didn't I hear it? Where is this at? I got to listen to this fucking...
I watched part of the Channel 6 ABC News interview today.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And that's where it came back up.
So that's why I can't... Oh, my God.
And that's where...
Damn.
And that's where he said... Even in that interview,
he was saying this to the same girl he strangled or like went upside her head.
He said he never strangled her, but he had marks too.
Listen, he went upside her head.
No, listen. Let me tell you what's funny. I mean, he might have went upside her head. The bitch was trying to take his phone.
Yeah.
But they showed the video of him running down the street, and she was chasing him.
That happens.
And like he said,
well, he had to get up.
And like he said, if the roles were reversed, if he was a black man chasing a white woman down the street, while screaming help, because this bitch ass nigga was running down the street screaming help, and I don't think let me not say bitch ass nigga. It just sounded funny because he a big ass. Hey, listen, nigga.
I think he was being smart.
I think he was trying to be proactive. I think he was being smart in knowing that black man domestic situation with a white woman brings death.
But he was in Beverly Hills or Brentwood or some shit like that.
It don't matter where the fuck he was at.
That's what I'm saying.
If he would have never been with her, it wouldn't have been a problem. And that's what he said today. He said today on his interview, he said if he would have had the courage to just leave her, if he would have just had the courage to leave the relationship, because he knew the relationship wasn't for him.
She had that wop.
And then he said if he just wouldn't have been in the car. I don't think she had that wop. I think what Cat Williams said was somewhat true. He was never viewed as being an attractive man until he got to Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And because now you're an attractive man in Hollywood, when you've always felt ugly and picked on, what do? The first thing you do is go get the prize. What is the prize, or what do they try to sell as the prize to most unattractive black men? An attractive white woman.
So you don't think he had some black girls since he done did a few of them movies and all that? You don't think she the one that trapped him. I get that. She the one that trapped him up.
They were dating.
You don't think he tried to...
I'm going to say no, I don't think he has, because
serious?
Because they were dating for a long time. And if you Google this nigga and Google his girlfriends, pick out where they at. Where they at, though? Megan Good, Captain Save-A-Ho of the females, stepped up front. She stood behind her man.
Fucking saved me.
And this motherfucker went on Good Morning America interview.
Blah, 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 blah.
Went on there and said Megan Good is like his Coretta Scott King, which fucking
that's wild.
Bowled me the fuck over, because first you want the white woman to be Coretta. Now you telling me
what the fuck is this Megan with Coretta Scott King?
Because she's a representation of a strong, demure in the background, but not next to supporting her strong black man figure. And that's why I said that's where he kept playing himself, because nigga, you definitely, and that's another reason why I know he ain't had no black women, because what black man can't name another black woman that's strong, stands by her man?
He said,
or at least just strong, even if she's an alpha and don't have a man. You can name 5 attractive black women off top.
He said Michelle Obama.
He said Michelle Obama, and that was the only 2 that he had.
But most black men that's prominent, you don't know the names of their wives though.
Let me tell you something.
You
Facts,
don't know the names of their
unless
wives?
you watch TV. I even said over. He said fucking Cookie Johnson, because he watched fucking.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'd have settled for that.
She's the ultimate standby.
I guarantee. Jonathan Majors is what, in his early 30s. If they was asking a 20-year-old rapper, they would be naming Aisha Curry. They would be naming all kind. My point is, there are other black women out there known to the public, known for being strong black women, married to black men. But the audacity of you asking a white woman to be that just floored me.
That's my man, Jonathan Majors. He gonna always, man, what's that joint on Netflix? The Hard Way?
Oh, the harder they
fought. That's gonna be my shit forever, man. Use my dog in that one, bro. But damn, you fucked that Marvel bag up. You is insane, bro.
Let me tell you, when he got the his mother must. I don't know his mother. I never looked into it. She might not even be around anymore. But
You fucked the Marvel bag up. You can't fuck the Marvel bag up, bro.
And you fucked the Marvel.
Bro, you fucked
Marvel didn't even wait. The minute they pressed charges, Marvel was like, yeah, we no longer need you.
Bro.
we got to go a different way with Kang the Conqueror.
You Iron Man, Jared, way the fuck on out of that one, man.
You won't see Ant-Man ever again.
Damn, bro, you got in shape and everything. First of all, he was on his way to being a part of a
he left the door open for Bokeem Woodbine to make a comeback.
He had the Creed thing popping. Hey, I'm answering this on the air, yo. This is my son, yo. I gotta answer this one on the air, please.
He fucked up a lot of bags, but definitely the fucking Marvel bag.
Son, what up, though?
What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I love you, boy. Listen, I'm live on air right now on this podcast. I need to talk to you though after this joint though.
Say it again.
I'm live on air right now. I'm on it. It's not your fault, man. You good. I'm on the podcast, but I ain't talked to you in a minute. And I said I was gonna answer this one right now. So listen, you can say what's up to everybody on the podcast. Say, well, I'm gonna hit you right after this joint, all right? I love you too. All right.
I can't believe you got it.
Hey, thanks, y'all. Yeah, that's my boy.
I remember when you had that boy.
Yeah, man. I ain't talked. Listen, that's crazy, right? I ain't talked to him in a few days. That's why I had to answer that joint right now. And I called him before I was coming up here. He ain't answered. So it sounded like he was asleep. He one of them youngers that be up all night playing a game and all that shit still. Like
to be young again.
Vampire. Fucking vampire.
My old ass, I can't even. Let me tell you, I be talking mad shit. My girlfriend had a 50th birthday party on Saturday. I went to work from 7 to 11, 1 to 9:30, and then went to this party that started at 11. Skating party. I did get on the skates. I did go around a couple times.
Who the fuck are you? How the fuck do you do all of this shit here? And look, you skating and doing all. How the fuck do you do this?
Drugs.
Simply put, hey, listen, this is America. Say only in America.
No, actually, I came from work, so I was very sober. I definitely was very sober coming from work. Listen, and I had to take my youngest son, because he was a photographer.
Hey, listen,
but there are times where drugs just come in handy. I just be like,
they definitely come in handy.
I gotta be up all night.
But you just gotta know you gotta know how to
you know which letter of the alphabet is gonna help with that.
But you gotta know moderation. Everything in moderation. You know what I'm saying?
Strong cloth.
What? Drug abusers?
I will say this. This is why, and I hate saying I'm not really a drinker, because then people be like, yo, I seen you throwing back. I seen you shitty. This is why I don't drink, because alcoholism runs on both sides of my family. And there are people in my family on both sides that can drink and don't know they're drunk. And I'm not even sure if they're drunk, because they are highly functioning. Like a whole case of beer and can still do their job, whatever the fuck the job is.
I find that incredible.
A whole bottle of anything and can still fucking drive, fucking perform surgery, do whatever. I just be like, what? I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, I just find that fascinating that somebody can drink more than 3 beers anyway. Like,
I don't like beer.
And you don't do
my
cocaine.
Mom definitely can drink more than 3 beers.
I just think people that drink all that many beers, it's just me. It's just me.
It should be on cocaine.
That you must be on cocaine.
But
that's just me.
Or maybe they used to be.
That's just that's just me. That's just me. Don't judge me, man. I grew up around some people that was on cocaine and they drunk a lot of beer. So hey, I don't. Come on. I'm just saying. So if I'm out somewhere and somebody drinking more than about 3 beers, like, come on, man.
Yes, my uncle.
And I'm like,
my Uncle Steven drank so much that he went through alcohol withdrawal when he got sick.
Or you used to do coke or something, bro. Like, why are you drinking so many fucking beers to me?
My uncle drank like that to the point that he needs alcohol. Like, he literally went through alcohol withdrawal when he stopped drinking. It made him sick because he was used to drinking alcohol every day. That was the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. But medically, it's possible and it happens.
Yeah, listen, if this is even a thing, I had a step grandfather. If that's even, because of my situation, my mom was young when she had me, so my dad. So you know my situation or whatever. So
I mean, it just sounds funny to say.
My nana had a boyfriend. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But he was listen, I'm talking like the functioning alcoholic. He was dead. Like, man, listen, this nigga used to eat onions.
Did he have a lot of keys on the ring?
He did. He did back in the day. He was like a carpenter and all that. You know, they always fix
for
shit and all
reason,
that shit.
If you was born in the late 70s, to the mid 80s and your grandmother had a boyfriend, that nigga had a key ring that had 1,000 keys on it. I don't know if he was a custodian, a janitor, or had 10 bitches with 10 different houses.
He fixed
but
a bunch
he always
of shit.
had a key ring with a bunch of fucking keys.
This nigga used to be drunk as shit, right? He used to eat onions though. Like he come in there and eat an onion like a motherfucking apple. Like a fucking apple. I'm like, God damn, this shit was crazy to me. That shit was crazy to me.
I've heard of that.
Eat tomatoes. He would put salt on the tomato and all that and just eat
Kim
this
Kardashian was appalled because Northwest eats onions like that. I seen that on the internet. She was looking at it crazy. Like, my daughter likes to eat onions like apples, and she was...
It's actually a healthy thing, and it helps with your fucking lungs. Red onions do.
Red onions.
Red onions do. So it's actually a good thing.
I like onions and garlic.
But,
you know.
Yeah. I like... onions and garlic is a staple.
Garlic is good for the blood.
And the gut.
Onions is good to keep my lungs all clear with
definitely,
my
definitely.
ass.
Yeah, definitely. So you should eat a lot of red onions, raw too. Pause. That's not a pause. Is that a pause? When you say raw?
Not when you saying it to me, I guess.
I'm just saying. I'm so like, you know.
You know what? I want to leave the pause culture back there where it needs to stay.
No.
I feel like as a man, a secure man, you don't have to justify everything by saying pause.
You
because
do not.
What it shows more than anything is where your mind is, not where somebody else's mind is. Because I'm never thinking about that.
I agree.
In that manner, for us men, when I hear stuff, I'm like, that shit never crossed my mind.
I agree. Everything you just said, right? But now there are scenarios and times and places where you can't, you just gotta say pause to certain shit at this day and age. Like if it's like 3 men around and they trying to describe something, you can't be like, hey yo, he big. You can't do that, man.
All right. I get it.
Like,
I get it.
He bigger than him.
But pause. I still feel like
you can't say that. You can't be like.
I still feel like
I
want real ass adults to leave the pause culture behind because it stemmed from a bunch of young people giggling when it was said and like, yo.
Hey, listen, Dame Dash actually said he started it. So
and he was young when he started it though. He was in his early 30s.
Yeah, he was
still young coming out of that mental space. I mean, he's a different person now than he was then, as he should be. It's called growth. So as a sign of growth, I would like to leave the pause culture.
Y'all should leave the pause
in the past.
Y'all should
because I really feel like it makes everybody super homophobic for no motherfucking reason.
No reason.
There's a girl at my job. She's gay. Clearly, she's gay.
Mm-hmm.
At work, she wears... Now, at my job, once you elect your uniform, once you say I identify as such and such, that's the uniform you have to get. That's the uniform you have to keep. That's the uniform you have to wear. And I say this because I was in class with a transgender woman, and she got the woman's uniform. And, you know, your ID, unless you go through all the proper steps with the government, your ID will have your birth name and who you really are, your birth gender on it, unless you went through all the proper steps with the government. So there is one of my coworkers is, I don't want to, he's not trans because he, to my knowledge, hasn't had the surgery because he's very much still a boy. His name is Justin. Everybody refers to him as Justin. Everybody knows Justin. But Justin identifies as a woman in some way because that is the uniform that he selected to wear. So he wears the dress, the skirts, like, and he can wear the pants, the women's pants, but he's not allowed to wear the tie. Men are required to wear the necktie with their skirt. Justin has to wear the scarf because Justin chose the female uniform. So I have a friend that I've been hanging out with, me and her real cool. She chose the boys' uniform, so she wears the tie.
Oh, wow.
She chose to wear the tie. It's a representation of who she is. She's not very comfortable wearing girly clothes. She don't give a fuck about none of that. So one of my coworkers was like, oh, I noticed you've been hanging out with the homegirl lady. I was like, yeah, you know, I be dropping her off home because she get off at 10 and she lives like Frankfurt. No, not Frankfurt. She lives in Kensington. And taking public transportation from the airport 10 o'clock at night, you're not going to get home till 12. So he was like, I know, what's up with that? I'm like, what's up with what? She don't be trying to what? Like every gay woman is not gonna try to hit on every woman that they're friends with. I'm like, no, she's never. I'm like, I don't even know if I said I don't think I'm her type, and I don't know if I am, and I don't care to. I was like, we cool. Like I drive her home from work. It ain't like I be driving and she put her hand on my knee. Like no, like what are you talking about?
That's a straight dude asking you this.
Yes, because he's very much one of those pause people. That's why I'm like, leave this shit behind. It's making people overly homophobic for no motherfucking reason.
I think he was being overly perverted. For no fucking reason.
That too.
Little freak bastard. He wanted to know what was going on.
Not
That's
a motherfucking thing because he knows me. And in the words of my friend Jill Scott, I am a flaming heterosexual woman. Flaming,
here.
Whatever that means. However they be like a flaming homosexual, whatever it means, I'm a flaming heterosexual.
I second that motion.
I'm flaming heterosexual. Like,
Yo.
Yeah.
Listen,
flaming.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I fucking hate and love champagne at the same time. This shit got me sauced already.
Yeah,
I'm not really a drinker, people. If y'all know me, I'm not a fucking drinker. I prefer shrooms.
Right? See? Drugs, see? Well, natural.
That's natural. Right. You know what I'm saying? I prefer shrooms. But
I wanted to go back to what we was talking about, the
to
pause
each his
culture.
own. Don't fucking judge me.
I saw this thing on the internet. That's why I brought up the pause culture.
Yeah.
And it was on the Shade Room, and basically it was a video this brother made about things that men should not do with each other.
What?
Like things that.
Hey, listen.
Now that in itself sounds crazy, but that's
Can I say one thing they shouldn't do?
Say stuff like things that men shouldn't do with each other.
Fucking eat a banana whole around each other. You can't do that shit. I don't give a fuck what Irize say right now. I don't give a fuck what this thing say.
I don't eat bananas, so like I don't eat bananas.
If a man fucking takes a banana and peels that shit back and then put it in,
So he compiled a list of things men aren't allowed to do according to social media.
Don't do that.
And I wanted to go over that with
shit.
you.
Ice cream.
So a list of things you cannot do. Men can't do. This is what he learned on the internet. Eat bananas.
Hey, number one.
Eat popsicles. Lollipops and do yoga. Take the bus, walk, sing, cry, any sort of dancing. Post on Instagram, post on TikTok.
That's bullshit.
Have an Instagram.
No, only the first three. Just
but this is what I'm saying. This is how crazy the culture has gotten. Like people, men can't do this, men don't do that.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
But those first three things don't make sense. Come on.
He was being sarcastic.
I know he was, but they make sense.
Of how insane some of the shit on the internet.
It definitely is. Yo, listen. It definitely. I agree. But it's just certain things. Like, I agree. I definitely agree. But me, myself, hey, listen, my name is, come on, y'all know my name. There's no way I'm eating a fucking banana whole. Listen, I find myself by myself breaking a banana off. Like, hold on, wait, I can't. Somebody might be looking at the
ice cream cone. Can't look at ice cream cone.
Hey, listen, I haven't had an ice cream cone in I don't know how forever though, but Oh,
I want ice cream now.
You do? I bought 2 fucking pints of fucking Halo Top last night. Yeah, fuck yeah, I work out and all that shit. The Halo Top is unbelievable.
Speaking of Halo, Halle Bailey and DDG had a baby boy. That girl kept...
Halle Bailey?
The little young John. That little girl kept talking about she ain't pregnant. All them pictures was posting. Her face was fat. She had on oversized shirts. She ain't pregnant. People need to mind their business. And then she posted a picture saying the world is desperate to meet you. Like that was the best thing that happened to her is becoming a mom to her little baby boy Halo.
Or licking ice cream. Yay. Congratulations to
Halle Bailey and DDG.
I know. She got that song. What was that song? She had the little...
it's a ballad.
The fucking... The video. No, she had...
she had a lot of songs. She had a song with her sister, Chloe and Halle.
The first one, she had a little freaky joint. When she was dancing in the joint.
That's her sister.
Oh, that's who that
Chloe.
is?
That's her sister.
Oh, that's Chloe.
Yes.
I'm not,
which is funny because when she announced that she had her baby, a lot of people in the comments saying, "Wow, we would have thought Chloe would have been first."
Yeah, because she look like she's trying to throw them yams.
But Chloe don't have a man, so why would y'all think she was gonna be first?
True indeed.
She don't have a man. Everybody know how DDG was together. Yeah, she is
being
young as she should, having a good time. She out there auditioning.
Yeah.
Auditioning for the role of Mr. Right Now.
she playing the She doing. That's what's up. I like her though. She's dope.
Yeah, I like them both.
Dope
they
little
both
artist.
It's a lot of things coming up. Oh, this week, next Monday is Martin Luther King Day.
Hey.
Another reason why I'm annoyed that fucking Jonathan Majors keep bringing up that man's wife.
My man Jonathan Majors, bro. God damn, you fucked that bag up, bro. Listen. I can take all of Jonathan Majors' roles if y'all give me a call. I promise y'all, I will be a great actor. I probably can't cut the dreads, but holla at me.
They make caps and shit.
I'm here.
I will say this: Martin Luther King Day is a day of service, right?
This shit just ain't the same no more, though.
Listen, I appreciate it, but I feel like not a black person in the world should be trying to go out here and perform these acts of service.
That's what you think? Like, why you think that? Just tell me why you feel that.
Because he was fighting for civil rights and fighting for us to be equal and fighting for us to get some shit equal to white folks. They need to do all the fucking service because we still fighting for that in this 2024. So I think we should just have a day off.
Okay.
And they should go ahead and perform the service.
Well, if you full time at my job, you got the day off. If you part time,
I don't work on Monday, so I got the day off.
So, you just playing the fucking devil's advocate here. You just speaking for those who are not as fortunate
if
as you.
I was unfortunate enough to have the schedule for that Monday, I would have to work. And Martin Luther King Day ain't a holiday for Piedmont Airlines, so I don't even get holiday pay.
Hey, me, myself, I'm going to fuck in. I'm going to get that money. And I talk to y'all afterwards. And guess what else? I'm going to go to the gym right after that shit, too, and get a workout in on Martin Luther King Day.
Right, so you're gonna enjoy, but you're not gonna
enjoy all the.
That's right. Don't be doing acts of service for other people because that's not your mission.
Oh, I will be while I'm at work.
Working.
I'm at work. I got it.
That's different.
There we go. See, that's how different. I look at that one right there.
Because Martin Luther King Day is supposed to take off work, not earn money in order to go perform an act of service.
Well, if I work that day, I get another day. The policy is I get another day to use.
All right, well, it's not King Day though.
So then I can use that day and be off another day. So King will give me the day off. So it works out.
I'm going to Atlanta to celebrate Missy's birthday.
When?
This weekend.
Holy shit!
I just looked up and saw the poster for the All Stars of Hip Hop Mixtape Live 24. I'm going there on Sunday.
Sunday?
When I get back.
Oh.
Yeah, Jazzy Jeff and Charlie Mack curated this whole live mixtape. It's down AC.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, they gonna be there? KRS-One, MC Light, Flavor Flav, them gonna be there?
See on that poster.
Kane, I seen Kane on the interview recently too. He was talking about what the fuck. He was giving some old stories about shit.
I know one of the old stories he gave was how Rick James led all these bitches into the. Come here, bitch! Come on, bring in the bitches.
Bitches come in.
Bitches come in. Like crazy as shit.
He said, "Bitches, this is Big Daddy Kane. That's Leah Quad." That nigga crazy. Rick James is really a boy.
Rick James probably is on fucking Epstein's list.
Man, that's a nigga that probably listen. And that was a nigga that probably drunk more than 3 beers.
We didn't talk about. We're running out of time, but it's okay.
He drank more than 3 beers.
We can talk about it next week. We didn't talk about the motherfuckers on the fucking Epstein's list.
Ah man, everybody's on there. You're on there. She's on there. He's on there.
It's all right. We'll be back next week. Check out the rest of the Glockaware family lineup later on today. I believe Tunnel Vegas coming at 7.
Tune in.
Yes, tune in.
Stay tuned to play some music.